Azure Bluet is a new type of flower, which you can craft into light grey dye. In real life, it's also the name of a damselfly. Roses have been replaced by poppies. They give you 2 rose red dye when crafted. Sugarcane's got a new look, which changes depending on which biome they're in, just like grass. The Savanna is a new type of biome, and often you'll find a Savanna Plateau right next door. The Oxeye Daisy is another new flower. You can craft this into light grey dye. Here's one of the new flower forest biomes, where you'll find Allium, orange, red, pink and white tulips, and rose bushes, which you can craft into magenta, orange, red, pink, light grey and rose red dye, as you get 2 for the rose bush. Here's one of the old forest biomes with new Lilac, which you can also craft into magenta dye. If you happen to be admiring the double Tallgrass in a savanna and want to make off like a gazelle, you can toggle sprint in mid-air or along the ground. Here's one of the awesome new Birch Forest biomes. They look fantastic. The Extreme Hills biome got reworked with more stone, snow and gravel, and Extreme Hills edge has been replaced. Now we have more spruce trees here. Here's one of the new roofed forests, with a canopy made out of oak leaves and tree trunks which are 2x2 spruce wood at the base. You can also find mushrooms here. Check out the reworked taiga biome. All the snow is gone, and we have these new large ferns. And here's the amazing new Mega Taiga, with massive redwood trees and a new block called podzol. You can also find mossy cobble here. The swampland biome got a rework too, with mixed water and grass areas, new coloration, and these incredibly distinctive blue orchids, which you can craft into light blue dye. Here's a sunflower plains, with all the flowers looking east. And you can craft them into dandelion yellow dye, and you get 2 for each sunflower. In the first 1.7 snapshots, new Mesa biome types look like this, but in the second version they were fixed, and now they look just great. You can now place dead bushes onto hardened and stained clay. Deep oceans have been added, plunging us to even greater depths. And there's a lot of gravel down here too. We also have gravel beaches back in the game. If you click on options, and then the super secret settings button, you'll hear some cool noises. We also got some new music and sound settings. You can control all of these independently by dragging the sliders. Villagers now pre-generate in the savanna biomes, where it also doesn't rain, just like the desert. If you punch an item frame now, it drops the item inside the frame, and again to get the frame itself. You can clone written books in a crafting grid by using a book and quill to get 2 copies of the same book. There are 3 new monster egg blocks in mossy, cracked and chiselled varieties, so you better watch out on those strongholds. Jungles seem to be a lot less common with the new terrain generation, but when you do find one, you'll also find melons occasionally at ground level. You can now use bone meal on grass and ferns to produce their 2 high counterparts. You can also put bone meal on lilac, peonies and rose bushes to produce new plants. Now when you fall from a height, you'll see particles when you land. These particles spread further the higher up you are. There's a new Ice Plains Spikes biome featuring snow, ice and a new block called packed ice that doesn't melt when you put a torch near it. Fishing has been given new particle effects, and you can now catch junk, treasure and fish. This makes saddles, name tags and lily pads renewable for the first time. You can also catch clownfish, pufferfish and raw salmon, which you can cook and eat. You can also eat pufferfish that will give you nausea, hunger and poison. Also, we got 2 new enchants, Luck of the Sea and Lure. You can even combine your pufferfish with awkward potions to make new potions called water breathing. Achievements and statistics are now stored for each world or server that you play on, and you can zoom out and back in. We've also got new achievements and new statistics. A new cold taiga biome has been introduced. It's basically just a rework of the old taiga biome, but it still looks awesome. The Stone Beach is another new biome, and it creates some really interesting landscape. Creepers will now blow up if you ignite them with flint and steel. You can now use the /summon command to spawn in a range of different entities. My favourite? The EnderCrystal. Thanks for watching!